Okay, let's now use a graphing calculator to graph a circle on your calculator. A graphing calculator is required for this course, and according to the syllabus, I mentioned that a TI 83 or TI 84 is recommended for this class. In addition, you can use an online emulator which simulates a real life TI-84 calculator. You can visit this website over here to do your graphing calculations. Of course, you need a real physical one, not an online emulator, because you might need it in the exams. Now, let's consider we have this equation. This is in the standard form. Now, in order to plot any function, you need to isolate the value, the variable y. You put y on the left side and you write everything else on the right side of the equation. So first of all, we're gonna move this factor to the right side. This is a positive sign. It has a positive sign. When moving it to the right side, you will get a minus. Then we have a squared. Remove the squared from the left side, and we learned this before. Whenever you have squaring on the left side, you remove it and you take the square root on the right side and you input plus or minus sign. So take the square root the of everything that is on the right side, put it under the square root, 16 minus x plus 2 all squared, and with plus or minus sign. We still have minus 3. Take minus 3 to the right side, and minus 3 will become positive 3. Now we have two equations, one with positive sign and the second with negative sign. Let us put these equations in the calculator to graph this circle. First, let me walk you through how to do that. All these steps are included in the slides. So let's do this together. We press on Y to start typing the functions. Our functions, as you can see here, we have 2. We found y in terms of x. Now let's put the first one. The first one, y1, over here is 3 plus square root. We need to write the square root. The square root is found here. You can see it, the radical sign in the blue. Now, everything in the calculator that has blue is not activated. You need to click on this button over here to activate the blue, because if I press it, nothing happens. I need to press or click, first of all, this one, the blue one, then click this button so I activate the square root. You can see it. Now let's write everything under the square root. We have 16 minus open parentheses. This is the parentheses. X. Now, where's X? X is here. You can find all letters in green, and they are also not activated. In order to activate the letters or everything in green, you need to click on the green button, and then we click on X. After X, we have plus 2, close parentheses, and we have squaring over here. The square is this one, x squared. So whenever you click on this, the calculator will square the term. We're done with the first one. We need to move downward to y2. You click on the downward button and start typing the second one. 3 minus square root. Again, we click on the blue button to activate the blue signs. 16 minus open parentheses. Now x in green, click on green to activate x. We have plus 2 close parentheses, and we have squaring over here. The square is this button. Now we typed in the two functions y and y2, or we have two equations. We type the two equations in the calculator. In order to draw, you have to click on trace. Let's click on trace. This is the circle, as you can see here. Now, this screen is not square. It's more like rectangle. That's why you're not seeing a circle. You're seeing it more elongated. So we need to change the screen to make it square so you have a right shape of a circle. To do that, you have to press on the zoom menu. This is the zoom button. We click on it and we select z squared. Z squared is here, number 5. You can go downward to 5 to select it and press enter. There's two ways to select, either using the downward and upward to go up and down, and you can select it by clicking on enter, or there's an easier way. Since they are numbered, you can choose the number that you want. Since z squared is 5, number 5, you can click on number 5 and you're gonna get it. Z squared will change your screen into a square screen where you're gonna get the right shape of a circle, as you can see here. You can click on window over here to change the values of the axes. As you can see, you have some default values where x minimum, where the x starts of the x-axis and where the x-axis ends. It ends on 16 units and it starts on minus 16. This is also for the y minimum and y maximum. The y minimum, it starts minus 10 and it ends on 10. You can change these values, and of course the x-axis will, if you increase these numbers, the x-axis will increase. So we can change. We have minus 16. We can, for example, put 17. To do that, I'm gonna delete negative, use this negative over here, and we can increase it to 18, for example. Let's go downward, delete this one, and type in 18 and press enter, or press trace. As you can see, we the screen now is zoomed out because we included two more units. It was 16, minus 16 and 16, and we added 2 units to the left and 2 units to the right when we typed in minus 18 and 18. You can do this also for the y. Go ahead and experiment with the calculator, plug in numbers by trial and error and see what's gonna happen whenever you change a number. This is the best way to learn to use the calculator. So this is a zoom out, since the x minimum, now the x minimum is equal to minus 6. Let's type in minus 6.6 and let's delete this one, 6. 4.6. The screen now will zoom in because we removed the values. It started from 18, now it's starting from -6. So we removed a lot of values. When removing values from the left and the right, the screen will zoom in and you will have something. Let's change the values of y and put it like minus 4.1 and delete these and type in 4.1, trace, and as you can see, we removed a lot of values from the y-axis and from the x-axis, and this now in this case you will zoom in into the circle. That's for everything about circles. Thank you and see you in the next lecture.